Well, it's Halloween season and Halloween is almost here. And of course, children are going to have candy. I've already had my fair share of candy and I probably need to take my own advice from Taylor once we get talking. But, you know, candy can cause some excess sugar, you know, being given to your kids. But how do parents deal with that? And Taylor from Enlightened Nutrition is going to tell us all about it. So first thing, Taylor, tell us how all this excess sugar can impact a child's behavior.
Yeah, so one of the things that we get concerned about when a child or really anyone is consuming a diet of high amounts of added sugar regularly can be that we start to crave those things.
Yeah.
So no longer will they be fully satisfied with something that doesn't have that extra sweet punch or crunchy flavor or whatever that is that they're getting from that. So we really want to be mindful of moderation this holiday season.
Yeah, but you know, what does it look like once they have that excess sugar? Like, does their behavior change, like their mood? How does that work?
Yeah, so it impacts their preferences. So for every child, that might look a little bit different.
Sure.
If you have a go-getter and a little boss like my son, they can demand certain things, right? So when it becomes part of their routine and when they're used to that flavor, they will no longer be satisfied to other things. So it can increase the negative behaviors that you might not want around mealtime or snack time or maybe even in the grocery line.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well, how do parents address it?
So the biggest thing that we can do is we can make sure that these sorts of items are consumed in moderation, so it isn't taking over their palate, right?
Sure.
But the other big thing, and this goes for kids but also adults, is making sure that we're working on not putting those food labels, right? If you're good, you get candy. If you, things like that, so that this candy is now set at a higher reward in their mind, right?
Yeah.
So removing some of those food labels so that this is just food, right? And we can have it, but it needs to be in moderation rather than it being a reward or something that is treading into those waters of good food, bad food. That can be negative on their psyche long term.
Yeah. And I know you say moderation, but how much is too much?
So moderation, it goes with saying anything that is daily probably is too much, right? If they're having fistfuls every day, that's going to be what changes the palate. But if you're just having a couple pieces here and there, that's going to be okay.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Taylor, for filling us in on how parents can definitely handle the situation of kids and their behaviors with candy, you know, because I'm sure it's going to be difficult. It's probably difficult for parents every year. So great advice there, Taylor. Thank you so much. Now tell folks how they can reach you.
So you can find me on our website at enlightennutri.com or Google itself, and you can call for if you're interested in a group session or even those one-on-one hands-on situations.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And you guys, make sure you have fun, but try not to eat too much candy for Halloween. Thanks for joining us, Taylor.